than any of us. And please believe, the sexual assaults, the sexual harassments, and the rapes, and the molestations, and the sex rings, all of it is only being done behind closed doors, usually between two people that are supposed to love each other. So you don't know how to recognize it. You're so blinded by love that you accept this person's poor behavior and you just, quote unquote, let it happen. There's been plenty of times I've wanted to just put my face and just suffocate until it was over. Now, shit, when I was packing for Pride Thursday, like, you could not tell me. I was busting out my toys, my tasers, my nipple. Please. I do not have intimacy issues anymore. I want to be intimate. I want to love somebody new. I don't want somebody I already have a past with. I don't want anything with old drama. You know why? I wrote about everything that was important in the first book. I'm working on the second, third, and fourth. And I have spiritual guidebooks. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's coming out. But if I've wrote about you already, you don't matter to me. What you did to me does not affect me at all. It doesn't. Now, the stuff that I've been through and the stories I've heard, that my kids have heard me tell, and why I dwell in the past. I'm not dwelling in the past. I'm healing, but I'm also working, bitch. So when you ask for allowance, kind of understand that. Trust me, I remind them every time they need something or ask for money. I'll be like, are we talking past, present, or future? Because they don't understand healing because they're not hurt people. Excuse me. Gastric bypass and all. If y'all heard me gurgle. My son knows healing because he's been torturously hurt. Finding a dead body at 12, being bullied, being harassed, all kinds of other shit. He was suicidal. Attempted a couple of times. He's been put in a couple of hospitals. I never wanted that for any of my kids. No parent should want that for any of their kids. And now the government says, even if you're going to have that baby with the intention of killing it or torturing it or burning it or whatever the fuck you need to heal, you're going to have that baby. And since it took them all these years to overturn Roe versus Wade, now another minority male, not an old dusty white dude, old minority male says, well, if we can accomplish this, then we can abolish same-sex marriage. Back in the early 2000s, when same-sex marriage became legal in certain states, they had it for a year, and then it was done. Well, I got news for you, Mr. Thompson, and all of you out in D.C. Y'all don't get to make decisions about my life. You don't get to make decisions about any legal citizen of America's life as it pertains to what goes on behind their closed fucking doors. But let me tell you what you do have the right to stand up for. women and children that come to you and say that they're being abused in their relationships while they have the markings and the rape specimens. My mom, the first time, I told y'all earlier, there's 2 times in my life where I saw a glimpse of a maternal bitch. The first time was the day that I walked home after being raped. I had blood and semen coming out of both ends. It was hot. I don't know if you're familiar with Houston, but it's fucking hot. Humidity makes you feel sticky, even if you just stepped out of the shower. So I got blood coming out the back side, the front side. I'm wearing shorts. I have my Doc Martens on. And I gotta walk 2 fucking miles in the heat in broad daylight, crying, makeup smeared, I have a bruise on my face. Something my mom was all too familiar with. I walked in very shamefully. I felt shame for what happened to me. I felt shame. I felt like it was my fault. I felt that I should have known better. I was very athletic built, much like I am now, just without all the loose skin. I've lost 274 pounds, but I was only like 160 pounds, 150 at the most, and I was a dancer, so I was very muscular. I felt that I should have fought harder. I felt betrayed, bamboozled, used, abused, worthless, trashy. When somebody uses your body for that kind of fulfillment, with that kind of history and foundation, that's a war zone your brain doesn't understand. That's why we stay. Because if we can accept that this person has this bad behavior and we can make excuses for it, then we lean on the good times. It's the opposite of what Jelly Roll said. When you're in it. But when you get out and you tell your truth, and that truth has to do with other people and their actions, oh, well, then that's fucking wrong. I'm here to tell you, suck my dick. You are not going to ever tell me or any other females that stand behind me and Me Too the original back from 2006. All you millennial bitches with your Me Too 2.0 don't know shit about nothing. Y'all need to go home and read some books. Get the fuck off the internet and read a book. While you're doing goat yoga and weird shit at the gym and turning yourselves into pretzels, listen to an audiobook. You're fighting for women's rights you already have. I'm going to say it again, bitches. You are fighting for rights you already fucking have. So why don't you fucking use them? You ever heard of the power of the pussy? Ever notice why? Ever question why everything triangular is coincided with the shape of a vagina? Everything in the world is a fucking trinity. And you need to be the Mother, the Daughter, and the Holy Ghost of your temple. And if that means that you gotta call out your person and speak your truth, you come out on the other side not only stronger, wiser, and empowered. You come out fucking healed. That is the most amazing thing in the world. I don't care if my healing offends people. I don't care if my healing isn't conducive to what pop culture says I can and cannot talk about. It is my body. God already took my organs from me. So you can take your I'm still going to stand there and Ray versus Roe. Fuck. I'm getting mad, so y'all already know. Wade versus Roe. And now you're going to try to fuck with the alphabet mafia? It's not going to work. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to work because of people like me. You will never tell me who I can and can't love. You will never tell me who I can and can't marry. You will never tell me what I can and cannot do with my body or my wife's body. You will never tell me shit. Because a little punk motherfucker in junior high school taught me most lessons of all. More than my bullies, more than my parents, more than my teachers, more than God. That motherfucker broke me down to where I didn't have a crumb to crumble anymore. But you know what? This bitch is living her best life. Healed. And now I work on the relationship with my kids. I work on the relationship that I have with other people. I am non-reactive anymore. Just last night, conversation with my husband was going a different direction. I said, I am going to eject myself from this conversation. I can't eject. Nobody can eject. There's no eject button on our brains. So you have to have the willpower to stand up and say, no. If that's the only thing you hear this hour and 30 minutes, the word no is the same it has the same meaning in every language, and it is the same word in every language. It's the most powerful word in every language of the entire fucking world. And nobody uses it when they need to. So, yeah, I do stand with Me Too. But Terrian Barnes Me Too. Because I was a victim of sexual assault in a loving relationship. And I did make excuses for poor behavior. Do I blame him? Nope. I'm healed. I don't hold any resentment. He doesn't even matter. I have to write about him right now, so I can talk about him. That's fine. But what I'm writing about right now isn't too fucking friendly. So there's a lot of behind the scenes shit that a lot of people are finally going to have answers to. But I don't do this for those people that are just curious. I'm doing it for the people that are in the relationships, for the wives who are faking headaches, faking periods, faking that being asleep, hoping you can only get away with a hand job or a blow job. Hopefully he doesn't want to chain you up tonight. If you're living in that life and you're not living or walking in your truth, male, female, I don't care. Even if you're a part of the LGBT plus community, reach out to the Trevor Project. Reach out to Born This Way Foundation. They will house you. They will feed you. They will put you in school. They will help guide you through your transition. If your parents don't fucking accept you, don't accept that. But know that it's not your fault that you were born this way. Thank you for listening to Dysfunctionally Functional on iHeartRadio.